Queens hitting an impressive 290. The handful of blocks and aces specifically in the second set. Tristan Santoyo with 5 kills. Bragg and Cavallaro each with 3. Leading all attackers this evening is Santoyo.
Royal Survey.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. First point was won by the Bobcats. Mitchner into set for Queens. Sets back to Wolfslayer. Picked up by Cavallaro. Played by Santoyo as he ran underneath the net in efforts to get the ball back to his team's side. Up and into the stands. First 2 points will go to Lise McRae. Mitchner out to Bragg. Cross-court shot from Josh Bragg, flying off the arms of Wolfslayer. Bragg now with 7 kills. JP Payne back to serve. And a foot fault called against Payne. Drew Sims back serving for the Bobcats. Sets out to Bragg, cross court once again. A net violation will be called, but either way, flying off the arms of Knowles. And it's safe to say Josh Bragg is heating up. Santoyo back to serve. Just off the tape, Wolfslayer keeps it up. A one-handed set sent out to Knowles. Jordan keeps it in play. Sets goes right back out to Bragg. Swinging off the hands at the net. Knowles with the cross-court shot, untouched, uncontested at the net. And a handful of Royals looking at each other as that ball hit the court. Mitchner back to Santoyo. And on the dump, Santoyo keeps it up. A free ball opportunity here for the Bobcats. Sets sent out to Sims. And between the back row efforts of Queens, they keep it alive. Another free ball opportunity. Peters goes back to Sims off the hands of Nix. And a big point for Lise McRae. Knowles back to serve. Mitchner on the dump will give the Royals the point. Jack Mitchner standing at 6'3" and was at one point for this Royals program the tallest setter. And a rocket sent off the arm of Tristan Santoyo. Wolfslayer frustrated he couldn't get it up. But he's lucky it didn't hit him any higher up on the arm. Sets into Angelo, he's off the net. Mitchner to Santoyo. They'll go right back to him, and back-to-back kills from Tristan Santoyo. Santoyo now with 12. Wolfslayer looked to be sending the first ball over and serve receive. That one right into the net, and Royals now leading by 1. The overpass corrected by Nix. Back-to-back serve receive errors from Lee's McRae. As we'll see Wolfslayer call Angelo to cover him in serve receive. Peters. Sent back to Garner. He tips. The athleticism of Jordan keeps it alive. Peters off the hands of Nix. Sent out to Cavallero off the net. Back to Sims. Jordan saw it coming. Back row efforts of Jordan and Bragg. And that point will go to Lee's McRae. Ethan Garner's serve will fly long. And Cody Nix now back to serve. The third set reminding us much like the first. Up and out of play. Jump serve from the lefty, overpass for Queens. Michener gets it out of the net. And a great play from Michener allows Payne to do damage at the net for the Royals. Sets up in the middle and a big swing coming from Drew Sims, possibly the biggest one of the match for the redshirt junior. And a service error from Angelo. And frustrated as he knows how close this third set is panning out. Do or die here for the Bobcats in order to force a fourth set. Sets out to Knowles, he'll swing off the block. Michener looking for Bragg. And swinging off the block once again is Josh Bragg. Nine kills for Bragg. Lee's McRae will be called for possibly the third time out of rotation. First game of the season for the Bobcats, working out the kinks here in game number 1. Big swing down the line from Knowles. Overpass was picked up by Michener. Santoyo looks to respond. That one up and out of play. Point will go to Lee's McRae. Dug up by Greenstein. They'll send it back to Santoyo on the cross-court shot. Point for the Royals. Queens continuing the two libero system here tonight. Working to the strengths of both Greenstein and Jordan. And Garner will just tap it over the net and hone in on the miscommunication from the Royals. Sims back to serve, 15 service aces last year. Sets it out to Bragg, and Josh Bragg now is in double digits. Santoyo behind the line will send that one long. Side out for the Bobcats. We have not received any word from the sideline of Lee's McRae on the status of Max Kuntz. We can say he did not re-enter since the injury and sits at the end of the Bobcats bench with legs limp. If we find out anything, we will let you know. Sets out to Angelo. Jordan pushes down the line. Peters in the middle to Garner. Third ball sent over. Second ball from Jordan, left Cavallero tight to the net. Mitchner out to Cavallero. A one-handed effort from Garner. And that one outside the antenna. Point will go to Queens. Next Friday, Lee's McRae will be at Lindenwood. And on Saturday versus Quincy and McKendree on the road for 4 matches until they return home for the home opener Saturday, February 1st against conference opponent Belmont Abbey. Five straight road matches here for the Bobcats before returning back to Banner Elk, North Carolina. Jump serve from Nix. Sets out to Woolslayer. Overpass by Santoyo. Woolslayer will send it back over again. Attacking on the second ball once again, Bradley Peters. Santoyo reading the defense from Lee's McRae on the tip, and it looks like the down ref recorded the tip hitting the floor. Play did continue, but it was the tip from Santoyo that was recorded as hitting the floor. Whistles did not blow immediately, and the call was made by the down ref. And point awarded. A rally or two afterwards, 18-14, Royals leading by 4 here in the 4th set. A soft touch sent over by Sims. Mitchner unable to get underneath it. Mitchner tight to the net, keeps it off for Payne. And miscommunication between libero Lucas Coleman and center Bradley Peters results in them backing off simultaneously towards the end of that ball coming down. Point will go to the Royals. Peters out to Knowles. A big kill from Stephen Knowles. Jump serve from Wolfslayer will fall into the net. We'll send Payne back to serve. Peters keeps it out of the net for Garner. Another impressive play from the freshman, Bradley Peters. Sets back to Santoyo. A great dig from Wolfslayer and tip over the net by Garner, out of play. Tristan Santoyo taking big swings inside the Levine Center here tonight. "15 kills recorded, 16 last night." Big block with Nixon Mitchner. Tightly contested at the net. Sent over again, first ball taken by Mitchner. Jordan, back to Bragg. Bragg tipping over the net. Wolfslayer did everything he could to send the third one over, up and out of play. And a timeout will be called by Henry Twang. Royals leading the Bobcats 22-17. We'll step aside on the Queen Sports Network. Inside the third set, I'm Julia Alsbrook. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. 22-17. The Royals leading and up 2-0 on the Bobcats. Big swing from Sims, blocked by Bragg and Nix. They'll send it back to him again, and successful on the second time. Drew Sims with his 9th kill. Bragg swinging off the net and successful once again. 11 kills now for Josh Bragg. And the substitutions will come for the Royals. Michael Sasha now in the game for Bragg, and Ananias Hayes will enter the game for Mitchner. Queens wanted the substitution, will not get it because the second and final timeout of the third set will be taken by Henry Twang. We'll step aside, be with you for the end of this third set.
Being a champ.
Sasha back to serve. Serve will brush the tape. Back row coming from Sims, picked up by Santoyo. Jordan. Sets back to Sims, untouched. Will fall right in front of Sasha. Point for the Bobcats. Bragg will re-enter on the back row for Sasha. Sasha mentioned by Price as someone who is very smart and stands out intellectually on this Royals team, adding much needed depth for Queens in their third season as a program. Bobcats inching back here in the third. Off the net to Cavallero. Sets out to Angelo. Tip blocked by Nix. And it's Peters working around the Royals block Leaves McRae within 2. Michener back to Santoyo. Defended by Knowles. Michener this time to Cavallero, and miscommunication in the seam between Garner and Knowles. And it's match point for Queens. Ford, winner of the game for Cavallero. Pfeiffer in for Santoyo. And Hayes in for Michener. Anthony Pfeiffer, redshirt freshman, will be setting. Hayes swinging. On the outside. And a tough toss there on that serve from Cody Nix as it flies into the net. Jump serve from Peters. Pfeiffer in the middle to Payne. Peters sends it back to Wolfslayer. He'll swing off the block. That's out of play. 24-23. That's back to Hayes, tight to the net. He's able to send it over. Send it out to Angelo. 2 blockers picked up by Hayes. Pfeiffer will push down the line. Peters back to Wolfslayer. Big swing off the Royals block, and we're now tied at 24. A timeout will be taken by Queens, their first timeout of the third set. The Bobcats have worked their way back into this one, tied at 24. We'll step aside for this timeout. Tied up at 24 in the third set. Queens leading 2-0 over Lee's McRae. And a service run from freshman Bradley Peters continues with a service ace, 25-24. And set point now for the Bobcats. Service error from Peters. Ties things back up at 25. Jump serve from Hayes. Up and out of play for the freshman, 26-25. Set point once again for Lee's McRae. Pfeiffer. So Ford, and that one straight into the net. And Lee's McRae will take the third set, 27-25. Royals up 2-1. We'll step aside on the Queen Sports Network and join you for the fourth set.